Hello friends. So, welcome. I'm gonna ring the bell here. Oh, that was terrible. Let me do that again. Nice little peaceful moment at the beginning. Okay, so we did a reading on Trump and Biden, but it's not Trump and Biden anymore. So, now we gotta do a reading on Trump and Kennedy, because that's who it looks like it is. Trump and Kennedy. Ha ha. I should do a whole reading on Kennedy too, so I will. He's not a Bitcoiner though, so maybe not. I've never done one on Biden either, because he's not a Bitcoiner. So maybe not. Let's do Trump and Kennedy. Well, maybe he is a Bitcoiner, come to think of it. Yeah, I want to say that he came out and was talking about Bitcoin. So I'll do a little research on that, but anyway. This is about Trump and Kennedy. My heart is open to love. Well, that's good. At least they'll have a nice competition. Have fun. Okay. It doesn't seem like it's, a rock and a hard place. They both seem to be reasonable men with reasonable ideas. In fact, I saw Kennedy do a whole commercial all about how he's going to work really hard to bring the housing market back to individuals. He said something like 60% of the housing market is owned by these conglomerates, and then they rent it out at a profit, and people can't afford housing anymore. Young people are moving back in with the parents because they can't make it otherwise. And yes, you can see it everywhere, evidence of it. So it's a real thing. And if he fixes it, great. But why does he have to wait until he becomes president? Do it now. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. That's a kicker. Promise to do all these things and then they never do them. Why don't you do them beforehand, and then after you do them, we'll say, hooray, hooray, let's make you president. Right? That's the way I think it used to be. That's the way it should be. Lots of things used to be different. I said that to the postmaster the other day. I went in to get a stamp. I said, how much are they anymore? And he said, oh, I don't know, 68 cents or whatever they were. And I said, we used to fight about this all the time. We used to fight about how high the price of stamps was, because, it was a 25-cent stamp, and then it was a 28-cent stamp, and blah, blah, blah. And we used to fight about it all the time. And then they came out with forever stamps, and all it was a picture. And nobody knew the price anymore, and they could charge whatever the hell they want, because nobody's fighting about it, because nobody knows. He wasn't too happy that I brought that up, because I think he was old enough to remember the same thing. It's all good. Clever marketing move, but yeah, screw the people again. Is that 18? 18. Oh, so close. 18. It's all good. Every experience you have in your lifetime has the potential to be a teaching tool, just like that story I just told you. By remembering and embracing this idea, the situations you encounter become less fraught with unneeded emotion and drama. By not attaching labels or expectations to people and situations, you allow the pure divine energy to flow unimpeded. While you may have little control over what happens to you at times, you always have control over how you respond. Do you react on impulse, strike out at others when you feel hurt? Do you crawl into your safe place when the world seems mean and hurtful? Face this challenge in your life head on. Be thankful for the opportunity to experience whatever it is that is happening. Set yourself a goal of learning from every situation in your life. Find that silver lining. It's there. Well, we've heard that message before, and it's still true. It's still a good message, and it's still true. So, find the silver lining in this election. Find the silver lining between our friend Trump and Kennedy. So, I guess we'll do two little reads, one about Trump and one about Kennedy. Ah, cards flying everywhere. Okay, come on, come on. None of this stuff. I wish the surface was... I gotta work on that. I gotta get a better surface. Anyway, enough about that nonsense. Hope your week is going well. Alright. I hope your 5 days is going well. Okay, so this is, who are we doing first? Trump, I guess. Let's do Kennedy first. That'll be more interesting. Okay, so show us this Trump and Kennedy versus Kennedy. Show us Kennedy. What do we need to know? I'm moving them up. These are big cards. I mean big like as in size-wise. Whoa. So, he's showing up as the King of Swords. There's a lot of truth there. I don't think he's, you know, a conniving maggot. It seems like he's a pretty upstanding guy. I think he's seen some stuff, and he comes from the Kennedys, so there's hope. Yeah, there's some trickery involved here, and some fast movement. Maybe ideas, but that's usually swords. This is movement of things, movement. Yeah, so he sees himself as generous and kind and good-hearted, and he remembers a better time when things were different and life was better, probably as a child, although what a tumultuous childhood. I understand his mother was quite a woman though, so you know, he probably had a decent foundation. I don't know. It seems that way. That's what the cards are saying. He's showing up as a King of Cups, so he is. He has a heart, even though he knows the truth. And that's the history of truth, and upholding the truth, and doing what's right. He is heartfelt, emotionally mature, able to look at lots of things and hold steady. Not a bad quality to have in somebody who's leading the way. But there's trickery and treachery and manipulation, so I'm thinking it's just the political machine is using him like it does everybody else. I don't feel like this is his energy. Not when he's, you know, coming from the King of Swords, but these are swords, so, you know, words, thoughts, words. But I'm not getting that message that that he's deceptive. But looks like he's coming in fast, but there's also going to be a big tower. And then yet, you know, we're going to end up here in a good place. The money. The Bitcoin, I'm guessing. So maybe he's going to be, through trickery and other things, manipulation, he's going to help bring about the tower to bring us Bitcoin fast. So I think we have 3 people in the arena right now. We have Kennedy, Trump, and J.D. Vance, and they're all Bitcoiners as far as I know. we're in a pretty good place. It seems like no matter what happens, Bitcoin's, you know, going to win. Therefore, we win. But this tower, something is going to come up and bite him in the ass, maybe. There's a tower. Is he going to bring the tower, or is this... But this is part of this speed coming up fast. Something's coming up fast. Some big thing is coming up fast. And I think it's going to bring us here to Bitcoin. That's interesting, because Kennedy's coming out saying that message. That's Kennedy in the election. So, yeah, but the Cups and Cups, heart, a lot of heart, emotional energy, but nice, solid, good emotional energy, and strong. King of Cups is a strong, emotionally mature man, and you know, that's nice. He sees himself that way. Everybody sees him as a Kennedy, and they remember the Kennedy family. But, you know, he's coming from an honest and true background, but there's always treachery in the political theater. But something's coming up fast, and we're going to get our Bitcoin, and it's going to be a tower moment. So, the weekend hinted at it, the week reading hinted at it, and now we're hinting at it again. Something's on the horizon. And if you look at all the readers, they're all saying something's changed, the energy's different. They can feel it. They're not sure why or what. They're doing readings on it right now. So, it is what it is. Okay, now that was Kennedy. Let's look at Trump again in terms of this election cycle. Ugh, that was an epic fail. Oh well, they're shuffled. Let's just say they're shuffled. Okay, so let me cut the cards here, and then we'll do Trump. Okay, so, oh, look at that. Isn't that something? Oh man, holy cow. Oh, well, is he going to show him up? Oh, of course. It's almost the same reading, only Trump has to show him up with better cards. Oh, great. Yeah, so Trump is coming from... Trump's coming from being Trump, and everybody remembers him as being Trump. So that's where he's coming from. He doesn't have to come from anywhere else. They already know it's Trump. Yeah, and let's see. He sees himself as a King of Swords. There you go. That's how Trump sees himself. And other people see him as the Page of Cups. Happy, fresh face. Maybe he sees himself as a Page of Cups. Happy, fresh-faced, optimistic, happy surprises, you know, excited and ready to be out there in the world. How fun. Yeah, but really, where we are is he's like otherworldly. He's like so beyond anything we could even imagine. He's the star, and he is the star. This is Trump. And what else? And look who else is here. Yeah, Princess Diana, but not really. This is Bitcoin, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. But isn't it interesting that she showed up just to say hi? And yes, I think he's going to win, because there's a yes here. And it isn't the tower, but it's sorrow, and it's experience, and it's, you know, learning some things, and having some heartache, and, you know, having to deal with that, and grow up, be a person, you know, we all have that. But wow, Trump. Every time I do a reading on him, he just blows me away with the cards. He's just so divine. I mean, look at this stuff. Aces, kings, major arcanas. This is just ridiculous reading. Look at the colors on these cards. Look at how beautiful they are. This is Trump. This is who that guy is. God, he's just so extraordinary. Well, anyway, I don't think Kennedy's a bad guy, and I think he is going to bring us a bunch of stuff. And I think he's going to work with Trump. Crazy as that sounds, I think he's going to work with Trump. And, you know, we're going to have a nice place to be. Because, you know, these things are on the horizon too. And Trump is always strength. He's never anything but pure strength and love. He's like Archangel Michael, you know? That's his vibe. Well, anyway, let's see what the moon's going to say about all this. Trump. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. I feel like I just read this. Okay. Communication is the key. New moon in Gemini. Too far. There it is. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Trump. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming. A time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't all be in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. It sounds like Trump. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. Well, that's funny. Because I think he is a Gemini. I think I just had that conversation with somebody. So there you go. Oh, that's just, I'm leaving this reading up because it's just so extraordinary. Like his readings always are. He shows him up. You know, really, if you look at Kennedy, he doesn't look like a bad guy. You know, nice guy. Compared to this, like, don't bother. Earthworm, brandy new, a newbie, a brandy new energy. Well, that could be, even if he's a very old man or an older man, he's still brandy new energy man. Fresh faced, ready to go. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. Earnest, intelligent, and valuable. And do you know that also even the most experienced yogis and minds, they approach things with a fresh face and a new open mind every day. You know, that's the key to everything, is having a fresh face and an open mind and being ready to approach things and be excited about the day. Being excited that I have a whole new day to be new again. That's the key to really everything. So that's exciting. This is an exciting little read that we did here. Not very long either, only about 20 minutes. Okay. So there you have it. I don't think Kennedy's going to win, but I think we're going to win because I think Kennedy is going to represent us, regardless of whether he wins or not. I think he's going to do things to help people. Former presidents and former people who have run have done things like that. Not an uncommon situation. All right, little newbie. So go out there and have fun today. Be careful out there. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.